It is about time we get back to playing another Pokemon game, but this one ends up being a bit different for a couple of reasons. The first, and I guess it's not that different because we did this with the last Pokemon video, was that I didn't finish this. The second is that this is the first game of the series that I didn't really enjoy. I know people have. I know this may be a controversial opinion, as some people do really enjoy this game. I'm just not one of those people. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves though, because although we didn't finish the game, it doesn't mean we didn't play it. I do have a story to tell. After naming ourselves, we start off by going to a laboratory and meeting a professor, Dr. Mason. So far, pretty standard Pokemon. Unlike with the normal games though, we get a tutorial on how to play the game first. It's pretty basic: play unevolved Pokemon, attach energy cards to unlock the moves, evolve them when you want to, and so on. It's pretty easy, but also the first time I've really learnt the game. I just collected them as a kid. After that we can choose a deck and I go for Charmander and Friends. I also do some practice games with me still not really understanding how the game works, and I get my butt kicked. That changes once I figure it out a bit more and I finally win a game along with a whole bunch of energy cards too. I feel a bit more confident, so it's time to take on my first club. Like with the mainline Pokemon games, there are 8 gyms and 8 badges to get, except here there are 8 clubs with 8 medals. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. I head to my first choice, the Grass Club, and I meet my rival. No idea who he is, why he's my rival, but I don't like his attitude. We're not here for him though, we're here for trainers. We slowly beat every single one of them, but it turns out the club master Nikki is in a different castle. We need to go and find her, which is easy as we've been told where she is. She is at Ishihara's house, Ishihara is basically just the bill of this one. She agrees to go back to the gym and we head there to beat her, and it is a challenging battle. She does well, but we still win anyway. With this we get our first medal. Afterwards I go exploring for a bit, finally meeting Ishihara, and then heading to the Pokemon Dome, which is basically the Indigo Plateau, before deciding to try the Science Club and heading over there. I didn't really find the Science Club, which should just be called the Poison Club, very hard, and even when I get to the boss Rick, not much of a challenge. Before long I had my second medal. Ronald though, our rival, Mr. McDonald's, he kicked my butt. But that's okay, we didn't actually have to defeat him anyway, so we're going to continue the journey with the Fire Club. Type Advantage is what's been keeping me going so far, and that obviously won't work with the Fire Club, so it's a lot harder. After a loss I gave my deck a little edit to try and make it better, and then slowly started to push my way through the Fire trainers. They were still challenging, but I still beat them all. That just left me with the Fire Club leader, who once more was pretty challenging. He actually handed me my first club leader loss, but I didn't give up immediately, and on the final battle I finally kicked his butt. The problem was though, and it's the problem I've had with this game so far, is that it's very dependent on luck, on the literal luck of the draw. Skill sometimes has very little to do with it. This was the point I was starting to get a bit disillusioned with the game and enjoying it less, because I noticed that when I won it was luck, meaning that I didn't really get a lot of enjoyment from winning, and I got frustrated from losing. So no real positive emotions there, but I wasn't ready to throw in the towel yet, so I headed over to the Lightning Club and continued fighting. The Lightning Club did present some challenges, but I eventually managed to defeat all of them. The boss too was actually beaten surprisingly easily, and I took our 4th medal. But I was honestly bored at this point. I was starting to wonder whether or not it was worth me continuing this series. That is when I hit problems. I went to the Fighting Club, I didn't literally go to Fight Club, and had my arse handed to me. I had a type disadvantage, so of course that would happen. That was the moment I decided to call it, and as I show you with the fighting trainers and the water trainers, specifically because I wanted to see what the gym was like, I would explain why. My goal with the series was to play them all. That's literally the name of the series, and it never requires completion. There are a lot of these games to play. The current list, although there's definitely going to be some that I won't do because I can't, or because they're just translations or whatever, but the current list is 81 games. This is number 4. There's a lot of games to play, and I'm finding this game to be boring or frustrating, so why continue playing it? Why put in all the amount of work I'd have to do just to be able to beat the next clubs? Why hold up this series even more to continue playing a game and complete a game that I don't like? So yes, that's me done. This game isn't for me. I don't feel like it's a bad game or it's badly made or anything like that. It's just not for me. If you enjoy the Pokemon trading card game, I reckon you enjoy this. But as it turns out, while I do like Pokemon and while I did collect the cards, the game isn't for me. So thank you all for watching as we tick another Pokemon game off our list. And of course, we will be back for more. For now though, I'm going to start a new project on Stardew Valley. Or rather, the game that inspired Stardew Valley. I'll see you then.